Hi everybody, I'm coming to you from one of the busiest corners in one of the best vacation hotspots in America. Just behind that restaurant and over those palm trees is one of the prettiest white sand beaches you'll ever see. Where are we and what are we going to be doing? We're going to tell you in the next half hour, but you can bet it involves great fishing. Stay with us. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. That is a fish. Oh man, look at this.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southwest region every week.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Woo!
This is Let's Fish.
Hi everybody, I'm so glad you joined us. Just over my shoulder, in fact all around me, is one of the top vacation hotspots and the promised land of fun for people all over the country. This is Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. It's home of white sand beaches, turquoise water, fresh Gulf seafood and fresh shrimp everywhere, kid fun everywhere you look. But in the next half hour, we're going to be showcasing the fantastic fishing that's available in the waters that surround Gulf Shores and Orange Beach. We're going to be joined by Chris Becce, who's a local fishing guide. He's been fishing these waters his entire life. We're going offshore to try to catch some red snapper and the elusive mangrove snapper. I've never caught one. I hope to catch one today. Now we're staying at a property that's just up the road here. It's called Dock of the Bay and it's managed by Harris Properties. They've got all kinds of beautiful places to stay all over Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, all the way out to Fort Morgan. This particular property is right on Wolf Bay, and sitting in front of it is our beautiful Waypoint Customs fishing boat. It's fully tricked out and rigged out by Jim and Jared Poole at Waypoint Customs. They serve the entire Gulf Coast with all kinds of custom rigging and outfitting for your boat, and we're fishing out of this machine. Right now, we're gonna go get it hitched on, get it launched. Next time you see me, I'll be out with Chris on some offshore drilling rigs. While we're out doing that, we're taking you around your local region for this week's fishing reports from our expert team of insider reporters from lakes, rivers, and bays right where you live. Right now, we get things started back at the studio in your weekend planner.
Thanks so much for joining us. These Solunar tables are predicting good game fish activity throughout both days this weekend. Peak game fish activity begins around 12:12 Saturday and 12:57 on Sunday afternoon. Nighttime activity will begin around midnight on Saturday and 12:32 on Sunday night. Depending on your location, the sun will rise around 6:57 and set around 8:07. And night fishing will be bright with the full moon. Make sure to stay with us. We've got fishing reports from across the area on the way. Plus, Bassmaster Elite Angler Brandon Cobb stops by to answer your Ask the Pro question. Back in a bit.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors, making it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. Power Pole, total boat control. Visit Mississippi, good times are close by. Low Boats, 50 years of boating craftsmanship. Balls Out, made in the USA, heavy-duty mounts for your fish finders.
There's a big, nice red snapper. Woo! We are out of Gulf Shores in Orange Beach, Alabama. Big fish of some kind. Come up, baby.
Come, you got his head turned.
Come up, baby.
There we go.
Come up, baby. That shark's coming, though. The shark's.
Here comes the shark. The shark turned. Maybe he's full. Well, that's nice, a snapper.
Can you net him?
Yep.
There we go. Look at that.
There we go.
There we go.
That's nice.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. We have made it out to the rigs, and look at the first thing that we did. There's a big, nice red snapper. Woo! We are out of Gulf Shores in Orange Beach, Alabama with Captain Chris Veche. And that's the cool thing about a circle hook right there.
Yep.
Little circle hook, and it caught him right in the lip.
That's right.
Well,
watch that hook in the water.
Something will grab it.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
beautiful red.
There's a good start.
Perfect.
Beautiful red snapper for you. We're going to let him go back. And away he goes. All right, Chris, come back here for just a second if you would. We're on, is that an oil rig or a gas rig?
It's a production platform, basically.
Well, they are magnets. The graph is just completely loaded up. My Lowrance HDS Live there, my big 16-inch screen, is just covered in fish right now. This is a mix of red snapper and what else probably?
Mangrove Snapper. There's probably some Spanish and king mackerel we've got cut off a couple times. We're hoping a cobia will show up as well, but we saw some big, we had them chummed up alongside the boat a minute ago. Saw some big mangrove snappers in there too.
I've never actually seen a mangrove snapper up close, so I'd like for you to catch one of those, but we're off to a good start today. We'll explain to you what Chris does. He is actually a guide, but he's a very unusual guide, not your run-of-the-mill fishing guide, and he doesn't do what everybody else does, and we'll explain more a little bit later. But right now, we're going to get rigged back up, see if we can catch another one right off this big old rig here and see what else is swimming. He's got it, 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 got him. Oh, straight down.
The hand turn.
Let's get his head turned. We are still at Gulf Shores in Orange Beach, Alabama, home of every kind of saltwater fish you can just about name. We're out fishing off of some rigs. We're about 9 or 10 miles offshore.
Getting that?
Yeah, there we go. It's a decent snapper.
Net's behind you there.
I got it. I'll handle it. I'll probably just flop him in. There we go.
Nice fish.
There you go. There's another good snapper. There we go. Another good snapper. Man, if you were eating snapper, that is a great eating size fish right there. All right, back he goes. All right, let me quickly, before we head out to a quick break, I want to get Captain Chris to explain what he does, because I mentioned that he's a very different fishing guide. Most guides just put you in their boat, bring you out, drop a line over the side, bring you back in. He does more adventure guiding. So Chris, explain what you do for your guide business.
So basically I work as a guide for hire. So instead of running, you hopping on a boat, with a captain, a deckhand, and then you're going out and we're just handing you a rod and you're dropping down and reeling in when you get a fish. I work full-time in a tackle shop. So I get a lot of customers, new boat owners, old boat owners, guys that want to learn new techniques. I get on the boat with them basically as a hired guide, deckhand, whatever you want to call me. And I come out here on your boat and take you to do like we're doing today, showing you some different techniques, things that will actually generally produce a little better, because we try to fish a little bit different than how everybody else is going about it, and it can be a lot more productive.
And explain your beach guide service.
I also do a lot of beach guiding as far as fish for pompano. This time of year, May, June, we fish for speckled trout, flounder, redfish. Basically, I provide all the gear, know-how. We get on the beach and basically teach you how to read the surf, what you're looking for, learning how to identify washouts.
Wow, that's a really unique guide service. So we're giving you the contact information, and we'll put it up at the end of the show in case you'd like to hire Chris, let him take you out and teach you some things about catching these saltwater fish right here. Hang with us, let's see what else is going on. What a cool fish. There's a mangrove snapper, folks, and a really nice one on top of that. There's the bonus fish of the trip right there, buddy. What do you got, Chris?
Should be a big mangrove snapper.
All right.
Gotta keep him out of the platform though.
This is what we're after right here.
And Barry, I know you said we weren't gonna keep fish today. If we land this one, I think he's gonna take a ride home in a live well.
They're great eating, huh?
Very good eating. Much better than the reds in my opinion. But they're finicky. They usually won't bite unless it's on lighter leader material.
Is it a mangrove?
Yeah, good mangrove.
Come in here, buddy. Come in here, baby. Get him on top. Look at this. All right. We got a mangrove snapper, folks.
Big mangrove.
That's a big one?
Good one. You get him?
Yeah.
So that's the prize right there. That's mangrove snapper we call black snapper.
Wow.
That is one of the best eating snapper there is. One thing about mangroves, unlike red snapper, they have a lot better vision. They're a lot more finicky. You got to drop down. I dropped down to 30-pound fluorocarbon, went down to a #1 circle hook.
What a cool fish. There's a mangrove snapper, folks, and a really nice one. He said that one's taking a ride home.
That one's taking a ride home in the live well.
We've been throwing the red snapper back, but it is not his lucky day.
I prefer marital bliss, and if my wife finds out that I caught a big mangrove and let it go, she will not be happy with it.
And there's the perfect rod and reel setup too. He downsized. Yep. This is my Lew's inshore speed stick rod and reel setup, and it's perfect for doing exactly this kind of thing. I'll show it all to you at the end of the show. As we head to break, I'd like to give you some information that will help you if you and your family would like to book a vacation here to Gulf Shores and Orange Beach. We stayed in a beautiful property called Dock of the Bay. It's 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, located right on Wolf Bay in the Intercoastal Waterway. It's convenient to everything in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, and it's managed by Harris Properties. They have places to stay all up and down the entire coastline here. You can give them a call at the contact information you see on your screen.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lew's. Feel the difference. Waypoint Customs. Customize your boat your way. Strike King. Tie one on. Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades. Fishing Specialties. Makers of the premier mount assembly for live sonar.
There's my first ever mangrove snapper, the prize of the Gulf of Mexico, folks, right there.
Coming up to it.
You get it?
Ah, he's got it.
You got it. You got it. Got it. He's got it. He's got it. Here we go.
That looks like a big mangrove. Keep his head coming. Keep his head coming.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Oh yeah, good one.
Mangrove.
Big.
All right, my first mangrove snapper, buddy.
Good job, bud.
All right, I caught one.
It's a solid one.
There. Look at that. There's my first ever mangrove snapper, the prize of the Gulf of Mexico, folks, right there. And one thing to talk about is that these fish don't get as big as like a red snapper does. In fact, what's like a really big mangrove snapper is?
The state record is 18 pounds, 2 ounces. That's a very big exception. Any of them over, say, 6-7 pounds are definitely on the, I guess you could say, trophy size.
But this is a really good one, though.
This is a perfect one.
It's a small species of fish, and they are the delicacy eating fish, and you coached me through them, brother.
That's right.
So again, what we did was we just did a little chum, called a few of them up, took my little light spinning tackle, pitched a little piece of a sardine on a bare hook, no weight, pitched it in there, let it go down in them. It's basically sight fishing, and if you've never done something like that, you've got to do it at least once in your life and catch you a mangrove snapper like that. The prize of Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, and the prize of your skillet.
That's right.
Because
he's got to join his buddy.
We don't throw these back. All right, we'll put him in the live well.
All right.
Well, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you helping me out right there.
No problem.
That was cool. Good coaching job.
No, good job. Fight kind of like a little jack. All right, kind of like almost like an angelfish, really, but that's called a spade fish. They're actually a surprisingly good eating fish as well, but they're real pretty, getting big numbers around the rigs.
Look at this shark. Look at this shark.
Big
look at this
shark.
Look at this shark. Gee, look at him. Look at him. Look at this shark.
Big sandbar shark.
watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for new fishing videos every day. And download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, America's #1 fish finder, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Get our free fishing guide at orangebeach.com. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS Anchor. The tour is back. Blazer, high-performance boats for high-performance anglers.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's get right to your Ask the Pro question for this week. This week, Glenn would like to know, what is your most go-to technique to catch fish and why? For the answer, we asked Bassmaster Elite Angler Brandon Cobb.
My most go-to technique for fishing is 100% like I'm a power fisherman, but with that being said, I love like shallow post-spawn topwater fishing, if that makes sense. Whether it's that not being too specific with it, I love a shad spawn type fishing, throwing topwater around brim beds, or just fish still up shallow in early summer when they're feeding on something topwater fishing. That's my go-to strategy.
Thanks so much, Brandon. If you want some help from one of the pros too, simply go to letsfishtv.com and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit a question. Now it's time to find out who wins this week's Big Catch of the Week.
We've got our Waypoint Customs rig back on the trailer here in Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, and it's time right now for this week's winner in the Big Catch of the Week contest. He's Jim Blakely of Lubbock, Texas, showing a 10.8-pound largemouth bass he caught at Lake Fork, Texas. If you'd like a chance to be our next winner, go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/letsfishtv. Go to last Tuesday's post and comment with your picture and all the details of your catch.
Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Next up on the Academy Right Stuff, I want to show you two pieces of gear that were very important to catching the fish that we caught on this week's show. The first is a downsized spinning rod and reel for catching those smaller, trickier species like the vermilion snapper and the mangrove snapper that we caught. It's the Lew's Inshore Speed Stick rod and reel series. This particular rod is a 7-foot 3-inch medium action spinning rod, perfectly balanced. I love the wind grip, split grips on this. It's very comfortable in your hand, and it's matched with the Lew's Custom Inshore Speed Spin spinning reel. The other gear that's very important, especially out there in saltwater with all those spiny fish, are my glacier gloves. I wear them every time I'm on the water. These are the Isla Morada style of the gloves. They've got some leather on the palms to help you grip things, but they're very water resistant. They're breathable, they dry out quickly, but most importantly, they protect your hands from the UV rays of the sun and from all those fish fins and fish gills that are just looking to cut you out on the water. I want to tell you about a test that I felt like I failed. I was in my local bank lobby the other day, and there was an older gentleman in there who was very obviously having a bad day. And I reached out and tried to start a conversation with him, and in the course of that conversation, he told me he had just moved to town, he had no friends, no family, knew nobody, and he was lonely. I think I failed the test because I felt like I should have done more to reach out and befriend him. So the lesson I took away was this: do you or I know someone who is lonely, especially after our long COVID experience? Are you lonely? Would you be willing to either reach out to someone else, take that first step out of your loneliness, or help someone else out of theirs? Loneliness is a bad deal, and we need to help each other out of the dark places that it can lead to. I hope you enjoyed our trip out to the rigs off Gulf Shores in Orange Beach, Alabama as much as I did. We caught lots of red snapper and the bonus vermilion snapper and the wily mangrove snapper that's very difficult to catch, one of the prizes of the entire Gulf Coast, and we managed to catch some of those as well. Our thanks to Chris Veche. If you'd like to book him for a guide trip on your boat, or if you'd like him to take you and show you how to catch fish off the beaches here in the Gulf Shores and Orange Beach area, you can contact him at the tackle store information where he works at the address you see at the bottom of your screen. And I think your family would really enjoy a vacation here to beautiful Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Till next week, I'm Barry Stokes saying, let's fish, everybody. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.